This is Bryce Burge, host of Your Soccer Passport. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Jessica Hammer, co-host of Crowned and Dangerous here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Crowned and Dangerous, where Maddie and I talk about all things pageant related, especially our experiences in the Miss America organization. A new show comes out bi-weekly, every other Thursday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
There's nothing better than going to sleep having a plan. Because really, it's have a plan or plan to fail. Hello, welcome to Choose to Rise. Welcome to Public House Media. I am so glad that you're here with me this morning, that I get to talk with you a little bit about some ways that you can end your day to have a successful day the next day. Recently, I think this last time, we talked about some morning routines that you can put into place to have a great day. To now, I want to talk to you about your evening routine. What are some things that you can go do before bed every night that are going to help you make your next morning easier? Just 10 minutes of time that you spend before you go to bed that will help you maximize your time the next morning. There's kind of a joke that says if you spend 10 minutes at night, that you'll save yourself 10 minutes in the morning. But I would argue from these 6 tips that I'm going to give you that if even taking these 10 minutes at night, maybe 15 minutes at night to do these things, you're going to save yourself hours and lots of energy and lots of arguments and lots of such, especially if you're mom, going through these things the night before. So I'm going to give you 6 little things, 6 little tips, strategies that you can start making habits in your life that will help you and your family have a better morning the next day, which will start your day out right, which will start your day out going well, that will help last longer throughout the day, and you'll just have a better experience of life as you go. So a little bit of time spent every night before you go to bed can make the next morning so much easier. So let's get started. What are the things that can help you feel your best the next morning and feel the most prepared the next morning? Well, number 1 is clean up a little, tidy up a bit. The one thing is, clean up your bathroom, clean up your space. Waking up to chaos doesn't necessarily make it a pleasant thing to wake up to. So making sure that, I always try to sweep the house before I go to bed, that at least the dishes, if they're not in the dishwasher, are organized on the counter so they can go in the dishwasher right away. Maybe you have running the dishwasher so it's going at night and you can unload clean dishes in the morning. Cleaning up the space in the living room and the house so it's just more of a welcoming space when you get up in the morning. So number 1 is clean up a bit, tidy up, and maybe you can get your kids involved in this, like making sure that their rooms are picked up or that the living rooms, the toys are all put away. It just makes everyone feel more comfortable going to bed at night, knowing that they're going to have a comfortable and clean space to wake up to. The second one is choose your clothes for the next day. And this one is huge if you have kids. We do this a lot throughout the school year. So our the next mornings go a lot smoother and faster because those decisions have already been made. But we also follow this through the summer as well. So picking out the clothes, knowing what you want to wear, hanging it up maybe on a door handle, or maybe you hang it in a specific spot in your closet, or it's laid out on a chair in your room. Whatever it might be, pick the clothes that you want to wear the next day so that decision is already made and it goes so much faster the next morning. Number 3, make sure your kids' clothes and stuff is all ready to go the next day. If you have to get out of the house for any reason, whether it's you going to work, them going to school, daycare, whatever it might be, having all of that stuff packed up and ready to go the night before makes it so much faster to get out the door the next day. I know from experience as a mom, both going to school and to daycare, is that when I know that everything is just grab and go ready, I'm able to just grab and go the next day. And I don't have to spend all kinds of time and energy and be rushed or feeling frantic of knowing that hoping that I don't have missed anything in my day that I need to have for along the way. So thinking through what the day's plan is going to be and making sure you have everything you need the night before to make the next morning go super well. The next one is something that I do frequently, and even way ahead of time. But the tip is to have your next day's lunches packed the night before. It takes tons of time away. And what I like to do to even cut more time out of the rest of my week is to package multiple meals up at once. So I do some meal prepping and some meal planning. First, I plan out what my week is going to look like. And then I have all my food and ready to go. And then I make up those meals at one stop shop. Like I spend 2 hours and cook up all the food or package up all the food that we're going to need for the week for my lunches, the kids' lunches, or, I have things prepared so I can grab and go easily throughout the entire week. And then it saves so much time, not just in planning and preparing, but also dishes and all the stuff. So if you're running late in the morning, it's super easy to either not grab a lunch and go without, or to go buy something that's not going to be good for you or just super expensive. So if you have things prepared the night before, it's much easier to grab and go. The next one is to drink a glass of water before you go to bed. Water is the number one thing that your body needs in order to really flush out the toxins and function at its best. All of your cells need water in them to be able to do what their job is. So making sure that you are drinking water before you go to bed not only helps you sleep better, but it helps your body function at its best and flush out all the toxins and the things that are in there. There's a lot of scientific facts about drinking water before you go to bed, and there's also scientific facts about drinking water when you wake up in the morning. So starting your day and ending your day with a glass of water, definitely a good thing to do. The last one I have for you is to clear your head. Now, a lot of people that are go, go, go all the time have a really hard time just switching off their brain and going to sleep. So a couple tips that I have for you with this is to clear your head by doing a brain dump on some paper. Maybe have a journal or a notebook next to you in bed at first, where you can really just start to write down your thoughts, because if you fall asleep, they're going to be gone. So write them down and get the brain dump out, and then maybe even making that a plan for what you're going to do the next day. But having a place where you can just decompress, turning off electronics, unplugging from any stimulus, and really just, being present with you, yourself, and the paper, and writing down your thoughts and feelings. And then when you are you'll be able to relax easier. You'll be able to think more clearly. You'll know that your thoughts are written down and you can come back to them at a later point. And now kind of just a bonus tip for you, I would say, is that maybe create your to-do list the night before. This is something that I like to do, is that I know that I have certain things that I maybe did not get done today that I still need to do, or I have certain things that are on my calendar for the next day. Making out a to-do list or prioritizing the things on my to-do list, so I know the first thing I do when I wake up the next morning is whatever is the number one thing on my to-do list. So making a plan, having a plan, following the plan, making sure that you are sticking to something that's going to help you out with that way. So the last thing, clear your head before you go to bed. Drink a glass of water when you wake up and when you go to sleep. You make sure your lunches and your food is in a grab and go kind of way, making sure the kids' clothes and the school bags and the diaper bag and whatever it is that you have is ready to go out the door for the next day. Choosing your clothes the day before, and making sure things are tidied up. And so when you get up in the morning, you're not stubbing your toe on anything that shouldn't be there anyway. So I hope those are some solid tips for you to kind of get your day ended on a good note, and that you get your next day started on the best note possible. Thanks for joining me today. If you want to, screenshot this and share it with someone else, or hit that little share button in the bottom and send it off to a friend or a family member, or just someone else that you think needs some encouragement, some little tips and tricks, share it on your social media for other people to find. That is so wonderful, and I appreciate that so very much. You can also head over to Apple Podcasts and hit subscribe, and ChooseYourRiseUp.com to learn more about me and what I can do with you to help you improve your life in health and fitness and all the good stuff. So thanks so much for joining me today. And if you feel so blessed to hit subscribe, I will be happy to see you again here next time. Have a great day, everyone.